This podcast may contain questionable language, will contain spoilers, and there's gonna be a murder.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 237 of MovieDrone. I'm surprisingly upbeat, Steve.
You could have fooled me when you walked in, Marc.
Do you know what? I wrote it on Wednesday. Wednesday I came home from work and I was like really chipper, you know.
Surprisingly
I do my notes and all that and I put that on there with a slump today. Not going to lie.
Amazing,
Today's not been great.
It's like having, what's it called? Bipolar, innit? I'm the same. One day I'm like, yeah, this is great. And then I get up and I'm like, nah, not today. Not today.
Yeah, so it's all gone a bit downhill today. I don't know what's going on. But how have you been, mate?
I've been all right, mate. I'm going to a murder thing tomorrow night. And I reckon the butler did it. That's my prediction.
Not the freak with the ironic odd socks.
No.
Is that ironic? Is that like...
They are.
Oh, I'm going to... Is that like a stupid pair that they sell? And they go, oh, some twat will buy these. Or did you go, you know what, I'm going to be a bit ironic today. I'm going to wear odd socks in and everyone's going to go, oh, look at Marc.
That was a present from a dead relative of mine.
Well,
Not really. Cass got them for me for Christmas. They are odd socks, though.
are they?
Yeah.
Ironic ones?
Yeah.
Or
Have you not learned anything about criticising shit with people yet? How many times it bites you back? But yeah, mate, I had third helpings of the homemade soup this week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Still going, is it?
No, it's not now. 2 was definitely enough. Thought I had COVID, if I'm honest. Couldn't taste nothing. Disgusting.
Is it like that chicken thing?
It was making me gag a little bit, if I'm honest. I went, that really filled me up. I thought, I'll never do that again. Back to normal with a dog situation. Oh, that's good. Like, sleeps a lot.
Oh, right.
He just walks around, ignores me, eats his dinner. It's great. Sits in the office. I can get up in the office, do anything I like, and he don't care.
I saw Lottie the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have a little cuddle on that, yeah. And she was eating some shit. I think it was some shit. I think someone had dropped some shit outside the dog bin, and she was eating it up.
Sounds about right, mate. Because she's fairness, she was good as gold. I loved having a little puppy around. And then we went up my mum's for a takeaway, and we had hidden the rabbit up my mum's.
Real rabbit?
Real rabbit. We got a rabbit in the house anyway, so we hid it up my mum's. She looked after it for a week.
We got a rabbit?
It's Littland's rabbit.
Right.
The little white thing. Looks like a rabbit.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, we hid it up my mum's.
Right.
Obviously when we went up there, it found it. So that was it was going.
Why have you hid it up your mum's?
Because it's a terrier.
Oh, right, okay.
And it was just one too many things. It turned out it was a great idea. The great thing about it is it's Immy's rabbit.
Right.
She didn't notice it missing for a whole week.
I bet she did.
Honestly, on the Saturday was like, you missing something? No. Nothing's gone from the house? No. Nothing at all. Think about the house. And then she clicked and went, my rabbit. Well, I knew it weren't here. I just thought it was somewhere else. Yeah, of course you fucking did, mate. Yeah. Made the mistake Sunday, mate, of having the lottery discussions, what we'd do.
Right.
What we'd do. Why do we torment ourselves?
I know.
That brought me down for Monday, I'll be honest with you. Because I'd spent it by Sunday night. I'd spent it all. Living the high life I was. It's not happened. And then I've just had a week of tutorials, mate. Library tutorials and project tutorials and tutor group tutorials. Another one tonight that I'm having to watch a recording of. Missing it for this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is better than a tutorial.
It's highlight of the week, isn't it?
I know, highlight of the week.
Eh?
Paul said that this week. He literally said, mate, it's the highlight of his week. Sad, isn't it? He don't even get to go out. Like, at least we get to come out and like,
You don't get to come out.
I have to come out the house.
I have to drive around.
I have to walk up the garden.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
It's a lot of effort.
Sure it is.
Yeah. But yeah, mate, other than that, sad state of affairs, isn't it? Sad state of affairs. How's your week been? BaNoNana update first we need.
I'm not doing
promised
a BaNoNana update. No,
I promised people.
Bollocks to all of you. I'm not doing.
You've been rating Glyn's on Twitter.
No, twin.
Third phase or something.
No, twin was good. Twin.
Don't edit that shit up.
Oh dear. Glyn was criticising the bananas.
Yeah.
Said that I'd let him down. No, nothing to do with me. I doubt he's bought them in the right supermarket, and I doubt they don't even go up to where he lives.
I couldn't even see a problem with them.
No, I couldn't. No.
If I'm honest, they looked all right.
Yeah, perfect. Edible stage 3 though.
Yeah, perfect.
Colour stage 3.5. Leave them on a banana stand.
No, they was all right.
I'm not talking about bananas anymore.
Okay.
You lot can fuck off. All right. I've had it up to here with bananas and all of
It's funny when it's me though, isn't it? Hey?
I've got an Etsy update. So apparently your present should be in the mail tomorrow because I threatened with.
I thought it was already in the mail.
No, it's not. Apparently,
you right
she gave me the old. I've been really ill. I was really ill, and I couldn't answer no emails. So I've given her ultimatum that it's got to come out Friday. Otherwise, I want a refund. So that's got the.
I'll just take the cash, mate, if I'm honest.
Little bit of a weird thing this week. Tim update. I don't know. I ain't heard from Tim. Don't know whether he's.
I heard from Tim.
Did you?
No, he messaged me and was like, "You all right? How's it going?" So I sent him a nice long message back. He sent me one back, so I sent a nice long one back. And he went, "Cool, have a nice week."
Got fucked off.
Yeah, I think I might have overindulged information. Like he probably looked at it and thought, "Fuck," and we're replying to that.
You don't want to know, mate. You don't want to know. He's not drunk enough to put up with it. He realised now that all the conversations he used to have are just him pissed. How boring it is when you're sober. And so that's the Tim update. This funny thing, like we talk about people getting away with stuff. This week in England, some bloke got 36 life sentences, right? 36 life sentences for 85 offences due for parole in 30 years. How the fuck does that work?
What?
Yeah.
Hang on, I've got to do some maths on that. Hang on. So he could do less than a year for each life sentence?
Yeah. I don't get it.
No,
I don't get it. Can someone in America explain to me? Because I don't know, you know what I mean? How they get away, how we make it better. 85 offences, 36 life sentences, eligible for parole in 30 years. Not saying you get it, but, Can
I try and blow your mind as well with something I read today?
I mean, yeah.
I read, right, do you know BP got their profits in, and it's BP or Shell announced their profits
all
this
of
week.
them,
yeah. From the day Jesus was born, if you'd have earned £20 million a year, you still wouldn't be close. It's fucking mental. Blew my mind.
I do it.
Not as much as a 36. I mean, less than a year.
Yeah, good, eh? So you can start getting those offences under your belt, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get back out in the dark.
Sounds a lot of effort, doesn't it?
It's going out. Yeah, it's a bit cold, isn't it? And just want to say, I don't know if we've got any listeners in Turkey, but please be safe if you're... Terrible state of affairs.
Lucky for them, I'm out there in July. I'll come and see them.
You going out?
Yeah, going to Turkey in July.
Are you? All right. Blimey. There we go. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's horrific.
Isn't it just? I mean, you was moaning about some book falling off a shelf when you was 15 and you had an earthquake, which I don't believe anyway, but,
happened.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
Of course it did. But yeah, please, everybody, be safe.
Yeah.
Got any thanks, mate?
Yes, mate. I've got thanks to Right Stuff Reviews, Soundtrack Your Life, Lee, Keith Noakes, Jamie Irwin, WTM, Mike and Oscar, and Ryan.
Thank you very much to everyone for the retweets. So I got special thanks this week to Jill, Cassie, Jamie Russell, Glyn, Shaun Panda Nicolson, Emirate Movies, LJ Human, Ian McIntyre, Mr. Positivity, Ben and Paul from FilmBusters, Karim Helliwell, and Dave Horrocks. Thank you very much to all you lovely people.
Yeah.
Promo?
Are you troubled by the dominance of the Marvel and DC cinematic universes?
Do you experience feelings of dread and dreamscapes while watching the latest David Lynch offerings?
Have you or your family seen anything better than Whiplash?
If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Open your podcast catcher and subscribe to The Professionals.
FilmBusters. Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all your cinematic needs.
Oh, come on, how can it not? That was so interesting.
I didn't care for shit.
It's one of the worst I've seen this year.
But I think it's a great study on mental health. It's great. And give Joaquin that Oscar. Give it to him.
Well, there might be someone else.
It may be, but give it to him. Just give him an extra one.
Wait a minute, did you say you shed a tear?
Yeah.
Oh, victory,
Oh,
sweet victory.
Wow. At the very end, that ending.
Yes.
I was actually
handing an olive branch, but then you could not accept it.
That's right. Bullshit. I'm sorry. It's an empty shell of a film.
This film, I can't see anyone who'd enjoy it. I don't even know who it's for. I think it's probably even meant to be for us. And like, if we're not finding it good, who's finding it good?
Well, that's fucking cinema, man.
FilmBusters. We're ready to enlighten you.
It makes me feel good.
There we go. That's our friends, definite friends, FilmBusters.
Busting makes me feel good, mate.
Strangers on a Train, Hitchcock this week. I've had a chance to listen to it, yeah? I take it that it's probably gone down since we went on it.
Well, I got to the point where Adam just bluntly refused to listen to our episode. She's like, yeah, I ain't fucking listening to that, mate. I'll be honest with you, I ain't listening to that.
Did he?
Yeah, he was like, I ain't got the time for that shit. I gotta love that. I nearly clapped him, if I'm honest. I thought that was great.
Should we have him on?
I don't think he wants to. I think like the fact they time it every time he's gone away, he says to me that he's like, them couple of pricks, I want nothing to do with them, mate.
Maybe we should get him on as a regular guest.
Yeah, he's great.
He is. So so Hitchcock. It's not really in my, I don't really watch the old classics like that.
No, you're not a fan, are you?
He said, well,
51, isn't it?
51? 51, yeah. Strangers on a Train. Yeah. Like Snakes on a Train, Snakes on a Plane, as we were discussing earlier.
Yeah,
should have been a sequel, shouldn't it?
It should have been, mate.
Yeah.
Lends itself, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I'm surprised they didn't do them. Like a sequel.
Like Sharknadoes.
Yeah, it
should have been an electrician one, Snakes in a Main or something like that.
That's really shit, that.
Yeah, well, so was most of the Sharknadoes, mate.
Please listen to our friends, FilmBusters.
Please.
Go on then.
Welcome to the Marc reads some film lines in some similar voices, and Steve has to guess the film from the lines read to get points gained. Hashtag what's that film?
I've been seeing that you've been getting all excited and all that about something, and I could see it in your face there. You were desperate to get onto this section and press your button. I don't know what's going on, but...
No, it's not. I think I might have built it up more than it needs to be, mate, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous. Well, it's going to get a bit animated, I think, but, not as good as it... I mean, I've promised too much.
Have you? It's got to be better than last week. So you got what and what was it?
It's the Expendables. It was the Expendables, mate. Now... Little story for you. I just took some quotes from Expendable films, and Glyn has named an actual film it was from. So I've said to him, I'll fight his corner for a bonus point because he got 4.
Right.
But he named a sequel. The line was from. It's up to you, mate.
So what did you do? You done it from the Expendables 1?
I just wrote Expendables quotes in Twitter. They come up. I cut it and pasted them.
But you don't know whether it was 1 or 2?
Oh, I checked his one. He said that was from 2, and I was like, yeah. That one's from 2.
Well, you can't not give it to him then, can you?
There we are, then.
I mean? That's totally your fault. Well, it's not a bonus point. It's like, but you, I don't know. It was all fucked up last time. Fucking just tell us who got none.
Well, LJ got none. Karim got none. Jamie Russell got none. Emma got none. Let Down Paul got none. Jill got none. Maisie jumped in with a 1, mate. I mean, that's
nearly a winner.
She's second.
Nearly a winner. Look at that. Glenn, if Glenn had been away on holiday, she would have won that. Well, there you go. And I got a 0. See? Poxy that was. Crap. So I hope this week's is better.
I hope so, mate. It came to me in a flash of inspiration in bed one night.
Oh, God.
In the middle of the night, I woke up and I thought, that'd be a fucking good one, honestly. And I'm less confident now.
Okay, go on.
5 points, mate. What's that film? You don't need to wear a patch on your arm to have honor. It's not the good bit yet.
Dear.
No. 4 points, mate. What's that film? I did my job. I'd do it again.
Is that it?
Yep.
It's a bit put.
It's getting better.
Is it?
It's getting better, mate.
Okay. Oh, I don't know.
Right. 3 points. These are short ones. 3 points. What's that film? You want answers?
It's...
No. 2 points.
No, you've seen it.
I want the truth.
And come on,
mate.
Well, I do know it now.
Yay!
Hey, there we go.
1 point for everyone else then. What's that film? You can handle the truth.
And that was inspiration.
Yeah,
was it?
that was right, wasn't it?
You woke up in the middle of the night. Did you on that one?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I love that line, but it's like 3 lines. I thought, fuck it, that's 1, 2, and 3 done, isn't it?
That's just you making light work of it, so you don't have to do it. That's not an inspiration. That's like, how do I make this easier for me
and other people, because they seem to be struggling. I'm just saying.
All right, okay.
That was all right, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, if you say so.
Yeah.
So if you think you know what it is, and let us know how many you think you got.
Yeah.
Via DM only, please. I'm sure you built it up a bit too much.
No shit.
Moving on. Yeah. This is...
Got to keep them interested, mate. That's the thing. That's the thing. Do you know, it's like when McDonald's say, new burger coming Monday, and everyone goes, ooh, yeah. And when it comes, I'm like, oh.
It's all fluffy. It's just like a double cheeseburger. Yeah. They've just shoved an extra bit of lettuce or something in it.
For everyone's thing, and the following week's one is amazing. It's the best one I've ever done.
I mean, that's not hard. But so someone had Emma's got what, Easter?
She wanted Easter.
Oh, right.
Claimed
so
it.
Still a bit. How far away is Easter?
End of March, I believe.
Was it? Quite away then.
I think.
Quite away.
I think.
Okay. So have we got any in? We've got some.
Yeah, there's some, but we always want some more.
Okay, right. So where can people send them, mate?
They can send them via Twitter, which is @movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com. You're in charge of this shit. If you want us to answer them, we'll answer them. Don't send them in. We don't answer them. We'll come up with another section.
Oh, no,
Marc's movie fun or something like that. I don't know.
Shall we do Marc's movie fun next week? Shall we?
I don't know.
It's less for me to do.
You need a section, actually.
It's less for me to do.
You need
it? Let's do Marc's movie fun next week.
Steve's fun sucking, and you could find something in a film that ruins it for everyone.
That would be.
You'd love it.
It would. It would indeed. It's called the main review and homework. That's those sections. Worry about that. So, mate, moving on.
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call
Question Time.
Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time.
Steve's fun sucking.
We're doing all right, mate. I was speaking to Miles earlier about our podcast our voices.
Right.
Yeah, because I was like, Miles, I'm just so tired. I said, I've got to go home and be like, hey, welcome to MovieDrone and stuff. And we're talking about how I can go high and low. Just put a bit of dynamics in. We're doing all right.
Are we?
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to make it when the first game over. If I'd done it yesterday, I'd have been all right. It'd been like smashy and nicey.
Perhaps I need to be more flexible. You can text me like a thumbs up or thumbs down for a day.
Nah. I've got to have a bit of structure. So someone did send a question in.
Yeah.
Who's it from? What's it about?
It's from Ryan, mate, Professor Horror, the legend that is, and he says it's Valentine's Day, or I think it will be Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday.
Is it?
Yeah, he said, but you need to break up with your GF/BF. What 5 movies will you show them to get them to break up with you instead?
Right. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, you want to go first?
Yeah, mate, I'll go first. Now, my one should have already worked, I think, because I think dancing and singing along to Grease 2 would normally do it.
Okay.
Apparently it didn't. So perhaps it's a flawed one. But I'd like to think the average person, when a 40-year-old man...
What do you mean didn't? You done it then? Is it like a Valentine's Day thing with you? Do you and Cassie dress up as T-birds and that? And do a little dancing and a dance?
So should, mate. We don't, but...
Do a TikTok on it.
Yeah, should I? That could be our debut TikTok video.
For Valentine's Day, yeah.
Me as Michael Carrington.
Oh, mate. I mean, that would just be absolutely amazing. Yeah. It would break the internet.
But yeah, you'd think, I mean, a 40-year-old man singing and dancing to Grease 2, knowing every word. Right. She should walk out, really. I'll give her a dues. If she gave that as a reason, I'd have to accept it.
Mine is, it's a song, same sort of lines, but it's singing to Straight Outta Compton.
Okay.
On so like doing a little love thing. Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah. Getting in her face with your fingers.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. With pants over and trousers halfway down.
And one trouser leg up.
Oh dear.
My number 4, mate, is to sit them down, right, watch Ghost or Dirty Dancing, and just halfway through, just slip in that you don't believe in true love or any of the things like that. Don't believe in these love at first sight things or true love. Monogamy. I don't buy it.
My one is watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit and just get to the bit where you get aroused by Jessica Rabbit.
Got to reach over and grab a pillow. Can I borrow that pillow?
Yeah, that should do it.
Okay, my number 3, mate. Probably a little bit dark, but last house on the left, right? And you just sit manically laughing at all the inappropriate parts.
Right, I've got one like that.
Have you? Finding it a bit funnier.
Yeah, you
just
should do.
all the bits where she's like, oh my God, just sit there chuckling and laughing.
I got terrified too because I found that hilarious. Especially the bit where he was chopping that woman up on the bed. Yeah, but that should do it.
That should do it, shouldn't it? My number 2, mate, and we'll get this one, and anyone else who's seen it, I'm not sure everyone was, but when we talked about Red Rocket, sit down and watch Red Rocket, and every time Mikey comes on, just refer to him as a total legend. That man is a ledge, mate. What a legend.
Yeah. My number 2 is any Zac Efron film to make her realise what she's missing.
Is that what you're going for? Just go, yeah.
Yeah. It's just sitting there with you.
Come down and your pants pulled up. Your socks on and your mug, or what they called. What are them things called you wear? Them boots.
Yeah, me boots. Yeah,
your
booties. Yeah,
little booty things.
Well, I've actually got hot socks now.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like, yeah. They're the same sort of thing.
Right.
They're pretty rank. You know, like the Uggs when you move them to one.
That's it, Uggs. That's what I was thinking.
They're not Uggs, but like I'll step on them like that. Jill regrets buying them. So
of course she
all
does.
good in our house.
And my number 1, mate, is any of the comic booky ones.
Right.
But turn up in cosplay. I should do it.
You should come as what is it, Captain Marvel or something like that.
I don't know what one that is.
It's a woman one.
Okay, I could. Why not?
My last one is a back-to-back showing of The Greasy Strangler and Freddie Got Fingered. I should do it.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Are you going to go and get your sausage organ out or something like that?
Yeah.
You go, look, I've been making one of these.
Walking as the backward man and do fucking hot dog fingers.
Do you want a cup of tea, love? Yeah. Quickly put your suit on and come back in. Backwards man, backwards.
His sausage organ. Yeah. That should...
Perhaps we should try some of these and see if they work.
I might do it Valentine's Day. I might make Jill a sausage organ. Oh dear, with the last sausage, a bit conspicuous looking. So, oh dear.
Oh, my face hurts. I've not actually had this much fun on an episode.
Well, there you go.
2.5, 3 years now.
Yeah, well, that's 5.
Yeah.
Was that 5?
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. That was a good one.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Hopefully, you'll see. You'll understand that they'll put a few people off.
Yeah,
good.
I mean, hopefully,
and if you are in a Valentine's Day and you want to take the lead and take some of these
let us know how it works.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah,
we saw a film.
We did, mate. We saw a film. It's currently 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 1 hour, 42 minutes billed as a horror sci-fi thriller with a synopsis of a robotics engineer at a toy company builds a lifelike doll that begins to take on a life of its own. $12 million budget, grossing $159 million.
This is directed by Gerard Johnson, starring Alison Williams, Jenna Davis and Violet McGraw.
This was 2022's M3GAN. Megan.
Katie, you lost your parents.
Welcome home.
You're my niece. I'm going to do everything I can to make this place feel like home.
Just wish I could see them again.
I'm not equipped to handle this. I don't even take care of my own plants. I have this project at work. Do you want to see?
Yes.
Ever since I was little, I dreamed of this perfect toy that would protect a kid from ever feeling lonely or sad. This is Megan.
Hi, Megan. I'm Katie. It's nice to meet you, Katie. Do you want to hang out? Okay.
Bit of a letdown on that last bit of clip. I thought something was going to happen, but okay. Okay. Okay then, mate, I'm interested to find out what did you think of 2022's M3GAN.
Pretty much what I expected, mate, if I'm honest, to be fair to it. Didn't leave me disappointed, but left me thinking what could have been. Bit tame for me. Little bit tame.
I said, didn't I? I thought I read that it was a 12.
Yeah.
And you said, no, it's a 15. I was like, I don't think it is. But it turned out it was.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in there, really. I think it should have been a 12.
It went the other way, didn't it? I thought it went 12 and outrated it. Apparently it was R-rated and they downgraded it.
Yeah. I think it should have been a 12.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a story that's been done many times, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I didn't think there was a market for it, really. But looking at the box office numbers...
59 million.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's sort of like around a period where there's not a lot comes out, really, this time of the year, is there?
Yeah.
And it sort of like builds up a little bit toward the Oscars. So we're starting to get a bit more of what you call the heavyweights, or not so much of the blockbusters, are we? So this is like a throwaway sort of... Let's just go and watch something mind-numbing. And I think that's probably why it's taken a bit of money.
Not a bad throwaway, though, for 159 mil, is it?
Oh, no, not at all, not at all. But, a lot of people are still interested or haven't seen the better ones.
Possibly, mate, possibly.
Like Westworld.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Blumhouse. It was Blumhouse.
It is, mate. It's Blumhouse. But my question, do you think Blumhouse have lost their edge?
Well, we've had this. I think they lost it a long time ago.
They are playing to a predictable market, aren't they? They are safe.
Yeah,
they've done Dermot O'Leary when he was on tiful, whatever it was called. He had a bit of edge. Went on to ITV, mate, on Mr. Family Man.
Do you remember when we first started watching Blumhouse stuff and we was like, fucking hell, this Blumhouse, yeah, they're going to be really good and they're going to do all this and do all that. But
A24 don't do the same.
No, I mean, A24, I think, have certainly got the edge. I don't really know. Blumhouse has, don't know, they're probably making money.
I'm sure they are.
Hits and misses, but they're not running on a really big peaks and troughs, are they? They're just above sort of baseline, just going slightly above, slightly below. So
I mean, this is, even from the thing, like they said originally, this was R-rated. They looked at it and was like, we can cut that down to a 15. Probably because they're making more money out of it, because they've got a larger audience. And obviously, I didn't have to cut a lot. So perhaps it was a tame 18 at best.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would have been,
apparently there is a cut with a higher body count.
Right.
But body count don't necessarily give more gore,
no,
more guts.
I mean, I'd like to know if they've actually toned down the kills, because they weren't very good in this neither, were they?
No.
We get onto some uninspiring parts a little bit later. I mean, are we in a time where a lot of old ideas are being recycled, as there is a generation coming through that hasn't seen this story before? And this is what I mean. We've had this discussion. We've had it quite a lot recently. We're getting a bit older.
Yep.
So when you think about like when we were seeing stuff where this was sort of like new to us 20 years ago or whatever, we've got now the new generation of people that are 20 years old or whatever that have never seen a film sort of about, I mean, how old's like Terminator and stuff like that, you know, like robots going bad. They might not have seen it. Might be the first one that they've ever seen that has got this AI that rules the world, you know. And I just wonder when people are actually going to stop realising it's a good idea. It's not a good idea, is it, making all these robots and all that? It's going to happen at some point.
It's true, mate. It's true. And I think even from this rehash, though, I will say, I think Megan's a good character.
But do you think that it is watered down for more of a vanilla generation?
Oh, absolutely. But, it had elements of almost Purge to it, the way she did the dancing and stuff. I thought she certainly had a sinister edge. But for me, she could have been better characterised. The important bits were there, and I feel they've let down the character. I think they've actually got an option. I mean, I can see this one getting a sequel. Really? They managed to sort the chip out, and this company forges ahead anyway. Every child in one gets it, and they all got their own character, but they all stand up to humans.
Megans.
Blah, blah, Megans, whatever it's going to be. It's going to be...
M3GANS, GAN5.
Yeah. There, I see. But they'll do it. It'll be much like AI anyway.
Right.
But they could have had, I mean, you look at some of the, like, Child's Play, it's gone on forever. Mm-hmm. You look at that, she could have been a good horror villain.
Right.
She ain't.
No. I mean, I did actually think that she looked very sinister. I liked the fact that they did make her look like lifelike, like a human, but not enough to have that sinister sort of like android look. I know it's weird to explain, but when she looked, you knew that she wasn't human. And I did find her facial expressions very sinister, and I quite like that about her. Yeah,
it was one of those, I think, as a character as well, she could say a lot without saying anything. Just a turn of the head.
I'm not saying I really liked her.
No.
I'm saying there's some bits I absolutely hated about her.
Yeah, but I think there was so much in there that they could have used and just chose to be safe. Safe is irritating as fuck.
For our generation.
I suppose it is.
You know what I mean?
But, I mean, I thought someone was taking the piss this week. I saw a post about all the new films coming out this week. There is like a Gremlins 3 coming out.
It didn't have Naked Gun on it, did it?
No, I didn't see the Naked, but there was loads on there that I was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
No. There we go. I'll starting from the start on this. I thought the initial scene where the parents die was pretty tame.
Yeah.
Didn't really see anything, did you? Like, it wasn't like a big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that could have been a bit better.
Yeah.
And I found the kid really unlikable.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I found it problematic that I didn't really care what had happened to her. And it may be my less sympathetic nature, but her frowny face rubbed me up the wrong way. She had a shitty attitude.
Yeah, well, I think they didn't do her dynamics very well and her characterisation, because we had her sort of go from, I mean, it might be the way it happens. I don't know. I've not been around many bereaved kids. But she sort of started a little meek, and then suddenly she's got this weird doll thing, and she's being quite vicious and nasty and rude. And it didn't work for me. She didn't either start like it and get redemption.
No, I felt like it probably would have worked better if I felt a bit more sorry for her at the start, but I just didn't because of that. I don't know. It's just
I felt like she was trying too hard, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it was a bit weird, wasn't it? A bit weird. Yeah. The keeping it all secret bit was a bit
and then
far-fetched.
Walking around with your AI kid in the car.
Well, it was I mean, even like just having this like lab down at the bottom of this thing where the boss didn't know, and then the worst thing about it was the comedic turn by the Asian boss and his silly sidekick.
I hated
when they came. It was absolutely awful. I mean, no way can they be spending $100,000 on parts and having secret labs anyway, for God's sake. But I don't know what they were thinking with that boss. And
I didn't like the tech team either, if I'm honest. I thought that whole work environment, apart from the glass room,
right.
I thought that bit worked quite well, where it was like an observation area, but actually most things within the work environment didn't work for me.
No, it was tonally wrong, really, really badly off, I thought. And that just didn't work for me. We had even there was like a silly side story thing where you had that bloke who was like, do you think that the sequel bit is going to stem from that bloke stealing the design?
Very possibly.
Because he done something and it didn't go anywhere, did it?
No.
That did not go anywhere. Do you think they just put that in there and went, you know what, just in case it makes a bit of money and we do decide to do a new one, let's just do something that would lead us to a new one.
Yeah.
So you remember he stole the
He could sell it to the military. Perhaps it's like...
Yeah, and it was mentioned when M3GAN was...
The War of M3GAN.
Yeah. We could do like Terminator 8 or something, just with M3GANs instead of T1000s. But yeah, and $10,000, I reckon. $10,000 to own a M3GAN. Seemed a bit cheap.
Yeah.
Seeing as it was like $100,000 for one part for the prototype thing.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I don't want one.
No, but I mean, if it costs $100,000 or whatever, was it $100,000 they said? That he'd spent to get a part that made it work. How are they going to sell it for $10,000?
Quantity's a scale, mate, isn't it? Not got any designing in that, because your designs are all done, isn't it?
I mean, I like the idea of the concern that the parents would not do the parenting and leave it to M3GAN. But you can imagine in this country, mate, that people would fucking save up their benefits and buy one and just leave their kid indoors in this country.
I mean, it backs up my theory, mate. Kids and tech. I mean, it does my fucking head in at the best of times. This even leads to me of the worry that we won't ever get another Stand By Me. Every film is computers and tech and shit like that. Everything that's new. You can't get them off their fucking... We've had to ban phones in bathrooms this week.
You're joking. What would I do on the toilet, mate? That would freak me out.
Well, you're probably capable of cleaning it. You know, it's just they cannot get. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Oh, where would I watch my TikToks, mate? With fucking unless it's on the toilet. You know what I mean? All right, with Jill shouting up that my dinner's ready. Well, that would just completely ruin my day. No, I do take my phone to the thing. I've got a mirror that works off it and does the sound. But for some reason,
I think because I'm not saying we're a great generation. I mean, mine might be. You're in a different generation, but because we've had to live without all this tech, haven't we? It's all new to us.
For a point, yeah.
It's a little bit of a bolt on. I mean, you might be a bit more dependent on it than me, but I couldn't give a fuck if my phone was near. I go on holiday without it. They look at me in horror. that I could possibly not take my phone. You say to them, can you put your dish in the dishwasher? They struggle to lift it up because they're holding their phone. They cannot detach from it. And this is the way we go. This thing with tech is nuts. I mean, I like you say, I like the moral message of actually parents need to be doing some parenting here.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with tech, it's not perfect at the minute. I'm getting the ump and that at the moment when stuff don't work properly. So yeah, I do know what you mean. We're not ready for these AI things. People can't even get broadband to work properly.
Mate, don't even start me. I've been going this week. I can't even get a decent mobile signal or a stable internet connection. Perhaps they need to concentrate on that first.
Before they make robots.
Exactly my point this week.
There were some bits that I sort of did like about her. Like I say, she looked sinister, M3GAN. There was bits I didn't like about her galloping on all fours.
Right.
That looked fucking shit.
That was almost it says it's a horror sci-fi thriller. That was the ode to the horror bit when it was almost like out of a film like Sinister or something like that, where she goes.
Yeah, but it looked shit.
It felt out of place in the film.
Yeah, it didn't look right. I don't know why they had it going on all fours when it could have outrun him on two legs. And there was a missed opportunity, I think, with the kids, the bullying kid. Yeah. He had him getting killed by a car, and that's why I thought it was a bit. It was off camera, wasn't it? Yeah. Like the car just came, you didn't really see anything, and I just thought that was lame.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
For me, she should have taken him through the woods and cut his head off or something.
Or twist his head round.
Yeah,
just literally walk up.
yeah, that's done that. Yeah,
sorted.
That'd have been a good one.
Yeah,
that'd have been a good one. And I felt like I say, in days gone by there would have been a good kill.
Yeah.
Alison Williams, I thought she was okay. I feel like I've never seen her smile in a movie though, ever.
No, I mean she did what she could with it. I think she was the better one out of them all.
Right. Okay.
For me, the better character. I think she acted like it was her part. Also, I don't want to criticise the kid too much because she's young, but I look at After Sun and I just get blown away by the ability. And she just struck me as an acting kid who was trying to prove herself.
Yeah, I just didn't like the character. I didn't like the way that they'd made her this. I don't know. I suppose how do you get a kid to act when her parents say, "Look, your parents have been killed. This is what you would have been like. You would have been angry or whatever." I don't really know, but that just didn't work for me, unfortunately. Yeah, the two friends, the supporting cast, I thought they were pretty shit. I quite like the old woman and her dog.
Yeah, shame about the dog, I'll be honest with you, but I thought that storyline was good and their tension together.
Yeah.
And the way they're all sort of fighting over this boundary.
It probably gave us I can't remember the kill of the old woman, but I think that might have been the bloodier one, is it?
Yeah.
Out of it.
Yeah.
So maybe a few more like that might have done. I mean, it was all right to fill 100 minutes. I'm not going to lie and say that it wasn't easily completed.
There was some decency. I think they managed to get a rational reason why it happened, and the storyline had some flow to it.
Yeah,
which helps. There's not just a random need for it. But I thought there was some better, softer scenes as well, like with the child support officer when she was like, "I'm just to sit here and watch you two play," and I did get a lot of awkwardness from that situation. So I thought there were certain scenes in it that were good.
She was rolling the ball and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, just.
I mean, I got frustrated with that because obviously Alison Williams going, "Oh yeah, well, there's more to it," and I'll show her all this, and it was just like, "No, just roll the ball."
Yeah.
And I was thinking, no one in their right mind would have just made them do that. You know, it's frustrating to me. They would have let them interact with the toy and all that. I would have thought it just pissed me off. It's like fucking policemen that don't listen.
I got from this, mate, that famous saying. I think Mr. P has picked me up on it. He's picked me up on it. Really? But it was a fun watch.
Right.
I'm going to say it was a fun watch. Not what I wanted from it, and it might be a bit selfish from us. This is where we're getting.
But what did you think you were going to get, though, from a film in this? As we've mentioned, these films coming out that just seem to be watered-down versions of what we used to watch. What did you expect from a film about an AI android fucking thing that goes a bit wrong?
Wanted gore and destruction, mate. That's what I wanted. And I thought it semi-alluded to it. So part of me hoped there was a sharper edge.
Right.
But it was a butter knife, wasn't it? It was really just very, very safe. Very safe. They had an idea. They ran with it, kept it. I mean, They know more than we do, don't they, about films? They know who's going to go and watch it. We are like you with bananas and fruit. When you say you can, no, but when you say you can predict people's habits, can't you? Like,
It's half term next week. I think banana sales should be a bit down because the kids ain't at school.
But this is the thing, you can predict these things. You go at Christmas, everyone's going to suddenly be healthy. Everyone's going to want it in January. We up the stocks here, and you look at patterns and things like that. These studios are like I mentioned before. They're like Stock Aitken and Waterman. They get these little bits and these little tropes, and they put them all together, mix them in a little bowl. This is what people want, and people have spent 159 million on it.
Yeah, I don't think that was a lot. When did it come out? When did it actually come out? Was it just over the Christmas period? Was it?
I think
we missed
so,
it, or was
yeah.
it just after Christmas?
I think it was just after Christmas, UK.
That's when it first came out, was it? Yeah. So, some people looking for something to do in the new year. They've been stuck in with their families all Christmas, and they were desperate to get out, and they all these teenagers. And that's what they went to see.
Well, they probably know it's darker thingies in summer. Everyone wants to stay and have barbecues. In the winter, everyone's looking to get out on an evening.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay. Well, I ain't got much more to say about it.
Me neither, mate. I'm probably never going to watch it again, if I'm fair. I've been to a few films recently where I feel that. They're just a decent-ish escape, aren't they? That's it. But I've only got 47.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've got 53, but I think I've overscored it now.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to be that harsh on it because, as I said, it was easily completed because of the way that I am. If it was something too complex, like a really heavy film, I don't think I'd have managed it this week.
Too fusion for me, mate. Too many mixed genres that never paid off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't particularly like it. I should probably scored it a bit high, but I think it's just served a purpose for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I'm the bastard this week.
Yeah, and you just, maybe we'll do a section called Marc Fun Sponge or something, where you suck the life out of everything.
All right.
And have we watched anything else this week?
I watched The Virgin Suicides, mate. I read the book and thought, I'm going to rewatch that film. Book's better, but it was all right, decent one. And then the typical, I can't be asked to move to get the remote after coming in and watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall, just because it was on.
Okay.
It was on when the telly box was on.
Right, okay.
Good film, love it.
I've had a few things on, but I can't actually remember them, if I'm truthfully honest. But I did watch one film, Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, 6 out of 100. One of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. Fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. Completely ruined everything that are fairly good. I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of the first one, but I liked it much better than this. This had people like Iron Men, and the enemies were rubbish, and I don't know.
Ain't got to preach to me, mate. Ain't got to preach to me.
Really did not like it whatsoever. So that's the only thing that I can remember. I've watched a couple of other things, but I'll probably remember them on the drive home.
Okay.
There you go. So moving on.
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we have to call Homework. There we go. So this is the section where we give each other films that we love and the other one hasn't seen, in the hope of uncovering hidden gems. It was you to me a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was.
What did you give me?
I gave you a film, mate. It's currently 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb. As a 12A, 1 hour 58 minutes, billed as a biography drama history, with a synopsis of an attorney in Washington, D.C. battles against cynicism, bureaucracy and politics to help the victims of 9/11. Starring Michael Keaton, Amy Ryan and Stanley Tucci. I've only got a gross of 107,000. I'm guessing it was pretty much straight to streaming. It's 2020's worth.
Yeah, I imagine it is quite a hard film to do, isn't it? I imagine it was quite
sensitive.
I don't like using the word brave because I don't think it's the right word.
No.
But yeah, it's probably a film that not many people really wanted to
potentially
watch.
Sensitive.
Yeah, very much so. So a biographical film. So I think everyone can remember where they were when 9/11 happened, the same as you can when Princess Diana died. I can remember where I was. I was in bed, but I'd been out on an all-nighter.
Yeah, right.
So I was just sitting watching because I think we only had was it 2 channels? I think
no, it was definitely Channel 4. It was definitely 4.
Was there? Yeah. So I was just watching having some late night thing on, couldn't sleep and all that. But 9/11. I was at work, came home and it
I was at work having breakfast. And we was just all like, fuck.
Yeah, I was on half day and I
got done that day.
No, it's mental. Yeah. Imagine having to make that decision. You know what I mean? It's an impossible task, isn't it? So the thing is, I don't understand too much about the process.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I really know much more now.
Right.
It was interesting though.
Yeah.
I did find it interesting. I liked that they showed some parts of what happened in 9/11.
Yeah.
You did have that thing. I think that, I didn't particularly want to see it again, but I thought that it added a bit of a weight to the film by them showing that at the start. The leads are good. I didn't have enough of Stanley Tucci though. I thought I would have liked more of him. He's
great.
He is great. He is great. And I think I would like to have definitely seen more of him. Michael Keaton was sometimes unbelievable, but I don't know the real life person.
Yeah.
So I can't criticise him playing a role of a person that I don't know or I've never heard of before. But I can imagine Ken Feinberg not being really in the real world.
Yeah.
You know, do you know anything about the characters and all that? Have you actually seen anything about it?
I've done a little bit of research. It seems to be one of these that actually there was more people involved and different decisions got made, but it was pretty much there or thereabouts.
Did he actually get to I haven't read on it. Did he actually end up with a conscience at the end of it? Or was it something created for the film? Do you know that?
No, I think they've gone on to, they are pretty much, their team is the leader of this trend, I suppose, of these. They have been employed on so many. I think there's a little bit at the end where it tells you that
it did say something. Yeah.
So I think they've actually... I think they learnt a lot from it, from what I've understood and from what I read. Because it's a very interesting moral dilemma.
Oh, very much so. I mean, there was lots of different fleeting characters with different side stories that I liked. They made the story more intricate. They made it a lot more personal. I mean, obviously not sort of like personal to me, but you could imagine all of these different intricate stories about.
But what if this, what if that?
Yeah, very much so. And the one of them that I did like was the woman with the husband who had another family.
Yeah.
I like that one. That obviously was at the forefront. And then there was the gay couple who that didn't work out for them. Yeah. It wasn't happy endings for everybody, was it?
No.
So I imagine there was some sort of truth. It made you understand how difficult that decision would be.
I can't believe he volunteered for it. Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, yeah, but it sounded like the character. I think it was the moment where he stood up in front of everybody and he was talking and telling them about the thing. You made him realise that he'd completely underestimated what the task was.
It was business to him, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think he had that sort of level of understanding of what it meant to everybody. And I like that scene. That was probably the standout scene for me, with Stanley Tucci sort of turning up. And I like the fact that they sort of ended up in a friendship.
Mutual respect.
It was, yeah. I did quite like that. And I imagine it is fairly difficult to pick something like this up and make a film out of it. And it could easily piss a lot of people off, put them on people's shit lists. And it's a weird one. I don't want to criticise it, but I'm not really affected by it. So it was an interesting watch, but from the periphery.
Yeah.
You know, I have no real knowledge of these sorts of things and stuff like that. So I did like it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't really get right into it. I got 62 on it.
I think that's fair. It's not a film for directorial shots. It's more for a performance and telling a story, isn't it?
I like the two. I did like the two leads. I thought if Stanley Tucci had been a little bit more prominently, because he sort of disappeared quite a lot.
Yeah. I liked his character because it was more chilled out. He was like, when people say you start shouting, you lose an argument. He weren't going in both barrels, weren't trying to make his point. He weren't trying to put pressure on for a decision. He was just saying, you do the right thing.
Yeah, and he was quite schneid when he was with his little group and all that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, listen, they as far as I know, they got some results. People might turn around and go, well, actually, no, it was a big load of bollocks because people didn't get this, people didn't get that. And I know a lot of people who are affected by it. It's difficult to make films like this. You know, try to tell the truth, I suppose. So, there we go. All right.
Interesting.
So I'm giving you a film next week, mate. From 2014, directed by Alex Garland, starring Domhnall Gleeson, Oscar Isaac, Alicia Vikander, and Corey Johnson. Running time of 108 minutes. Budget of $15 million, taking 36.9 at the box office. 7.7 on IMDb. 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. With a synopsis of Caleb Smith, a young programmer, gets a chance to become a part of a strange scientific experiment where he is expected to assess artificial intelligence by interacting with a female robot. I'm giving you, in my mind, much better AI film, 2014's Ex Machina, or if you're Gill, Ex Machina.
That's what I would have called it.
Would it?
Yeah.
We had a good, you know, when you have those little arguments where you win and it's like really good. Yeah. Well, we had one over that when she said Ex Machina and I said it's Ex Machina and she went, no, it's not. And I went, and you can get the internet to play it, can't you?
Yeah.
And actually read it out.
Oh, really?
And when it read out Ex Machina, that's a fucking number one. I'll have that one. It's about the only argument I've ever won in the last 10 years, but good on me.
Remember that.
Good on me. So Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Hopefully you like that one.
We'll see.
So next week's May.
Yeah.
Right.
Possibility of 2.
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
No.
We're either going to do The Whale, or we're going to do the Babylon one. You turn me on, be a big Babylon, that one.
I mean, I've got
3 hours.
Much limited time, but I don't know if there's showings that I can get to of The Whale. So I might be able to get to Babylon. So
we're doing some weird times with The Whale. It's still being treated as a bit of an indie film.
Yeah, it's only the members one was the other night, wasn't it? So I don't really know. It's going to be a guess. We'll do one of the two, I suppose. And if we don't, we just do Freaky Got Fingered again.
Yeah.
So
cool.
There we go. Yeah. Piss our Valentines dates off.
With
playing Roger Rabbit.
Organs.
Oh dear. There we go. So, mate, do you want to reiterate how people can get us on social media?
Absolutely, mate. They can get us via Twitter, which is @movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
Excellent.
Yes.
No more banana-related questions or photos or anything of people's bananas. Yeah. All right? I just don't want to see any more
If you want your ratemybanana.com, that's going to be... If you want your bananas rated... Send them in to Steve.
It sounds rude. It would be like Steve's dick pics, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? It was just pictures of bananas.
Like, mate, what do you think of my banana? That's just jaundice, mate. That
skin's all hanging back on that one. So, don't send me no dick pics or no pictures of bananas, for fuck's sake. Dear God. There we go.
But plantain. How do you deal with plantain?
No. So, are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah. I've got another couple of banana questions, but we'll do them after.
So please get in contact with us this week and send us some questions and interact with us and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. You done then?
Yeah, I'm done, mate.
Done. Okay. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Say goodbye then, Mark.
Goodbye then, Mark.
See you later, everybody. Good
Bye.
Week. Bye.
Cost of living, mate. Cost of living. I've had to take on another job. So I'm working in Asda. I was in there the other night. I was stacking all the detergents up. Right, Cass come in, she weren't happy. I was like, what? She was like, you told me you was a fighter pilot. I went, no. I said, I'm in charge of the aerial display team. Go on, laugh. Go on.
Don't do.
Aerial display.
It doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? You know what I mean?
I mean, I freewheeled it, if I'm honest. I heard it the other day. I ain't got it written down. I just what was my whole thing? Free balling. Yeah.
Did they have aerial in any other country other than England?
Aerial for everyone else is a washing detergent.
Right, there we go. That makes more sense now, doesn't it? Sonoya Mizono, Ghana, I can't say that one. Bayer, no, I'm not saying that.